Okay, so hello everybody, welcome back to another episode. In this one, we're looking at ZOM stock or Zomedica stock. So this is a stock trading at exactly $1 as of the time of making this video. Over the past week, we're doing decently with a big increase on the share's price, taking us up to an end of week total of 145%. If we go into the 1 month chart, we can see we're up even bigger with a total increase of 334%. So of course, it's doing very well. And if we do have a look at the pattern now, that sell-off looks like it may be ending, and the big question is this one going to bounce higher, and are we going to see more positivity on this stock? If it does sound like a good plan for an episode, guys, please do leave a like and subscribe to show that you do enjoy it, because of course I can make more of these in the future. If you do want to come talk to us on Discord, link to our stock Discord is down in the description, and of course before we do fully enter, I am not a financial advisor and this is all just my opinion. But with that being said, we are going to jump straight in. So guys, just looking at the stock pattern, we don't really have too much to report on. Basically from about the 31st of December onwards, we were starting to see the first patterns of growth emerging. This took us up to a price point of 44 cents, and of course from there we went down back a little bit, which is not too bad. It took us back down to 40 cents, and it was basically stable there for a day or so. After that day we were seeing a bit of an increase, taking us back up to 48, and then we saw this absolutely insane rocket up to $1.30. So we can see in just 2 or 3 days the stock price went up by 170%, and of course after that day we saw a bit of a sell-off. Now in my opinion, I don't think that's too bad of a thing at all, because even when we do factor in that sell-off, we're up 100%, so it just makes sense that we were going to see a bit of a decrease after such a huge increase, or at least in my personal opinion it does. So of course after that, now we are looking at a little bit of positivity on the 1 day. We can see that today we are up 2%, so of course on the graphs it's not really anything too notable, but it is still a day in the green, so it's kind of good to see that. On the 1 week chart, we can see that we are up again. The 1 week is presenting decent growth, but it does look like we are definitely in a potential, opportunity to see some more growth happen, as this one has been pretty flat for some time, and that sell-off looks like it is ending. So yeah guys, before we dive any deeper, we're going to have a quick look at what the company actually does. So Zomedica Corp is a development stage veterinary diagnostic and pharmaceutical company which engages the discovery or at least in the discovery and development of the commercialization of pharmaceuticals for the companion pet. So from that, basically to sum it up as simply as we can, they kind of do, pharmaceuticals for vets, so for pets, sorry. So of course it's kind of like a veterinary company, which is a big industry. Of course, a lot of people do have pets, and it does make sense. I think it's a very cool market sector to be in. And of course, if you do want to have a quick look on this site, which is of course Yahoo Finance, we can see a few of the treatments that they do offer, such as treatments for acute diarrhea in small dogs and puppies. So it's kind of interesting to see that, but overall we can see that the company is operating in that kind of pet sector, and of course it is a very big market share to operate in. If we look at the actual market cap of the company, it is quite high for the stock's low value. It's about 561.75 million, which is a lot actually, and I think that's going to hold, very well into the future. So looking at this one in the next week, personally guys, I do think we are in a very good position for a bit of a reversal coming, and this one actually going back up. The reason for that is because I do see it as a good company, and I think with these stocks, don't get me wrong, because penny stocks can go either way in my opinion. I think half the time, they do get really hyped, and the other half of the time, they actually do go down quite quickly. But with this one, it is still hard to say, but I do think that if we are going to be seeing any growth, it is going to be coming in the next 2 to 3 days. I'm not saying it's going to be huge, but I do think we do have potential to see a bit of a reversal and see the stock price go back up and hopefully break to new highs. So overall, is this one a buy? Personally, if I was you, I would not, risk more than I could afford to lose, because of course, like I said, this one could go either way. I think in the next 5 years or so, it's definitely going to be positive. So if you are looking to hold for the next 5 years, potentially is a good buy. But of course, a lot of people aren't willing to do that. A lot of people are looking for that short-term gain, and I do understand that, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But if you are looking for that short-term gain, yes, this may present it, because of course now we are in a good position to see some upwards motion. But on the same note, it is going to be hard to predict, and it could definitely go back down. So of course it could stay flat at this level as well, and that is possible. That does happen quite often with penny stocks, but you know, either way it does still have that potential to break out, and we could definitely see this one start to rocket up in the next few weeks. So it's going to be hard to predict, but of course my personal opinion is if I was going to go in this one, I would not be willing to risk more than I could afford to lose, but that's just my personal opinion, and I am not a financial advisor. So I hope you enjoyed the quick video. If you did, please do leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye until then.